Welcome back to the Real Music Observer. My name is Dave, observing real music in real time and doing it real. It's all real here, right here. Hey, I wanted to mention or talk about Steve Augeri. Hey Steve, this bud's for you, buddy. Nobody really talked about Steve Augeri at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, I heard, I think it was John Cain mention he and Deen Castronovo as kind of like a, hey, shout out to my old bandmates. Thanks a lot for your help. Both of those guys were instrumental. And I want to say it's harder, though, to be the Journey lead singer than it is to be the Journey drummer. All of the pressure and all of what I call high profile, is he going to hit this note? Is he going to sound like Steve? Is he going to pull this off? Is he going to have any sort of stage presence that works for this band? And Steve Augeri, during the early 2000s, he did that and more. And he's back, by the way. He's back out on the road. He's been touring the last few years. His voice is fried. He's still recovering from the hell his voice had gone through. And you know, when you hear these reports, when I first heard the report that he couldn't sing anymore, I'm thinking to myself, maybe it just got too hard for him and he just didn't want to do it. But he literally couldn't sing anymore. And if he wants to go out on the road, by the way, these days, and they book him in some foreign country like in Chile or somewhere in South America where you put Journey former lead singer and they're going to flock. They're going to come out and see. And he can sing off key, he can sing however he wants to sing. He'll make money, he'll make people happy, and he deserves it. He worked really hard, and he's a guy that brought the band from pretty much the abyss, pretty much from gee, we're almost over, to very respectable. Go listen to the album Arrival if you have a chance, if you have some spare time to listen to it. Steve Augeri just tearing it up on that particular album. Generations, I mean, they're both terrific albums, and it really shows that the band could write new material, they could sound like themselves, and they could kind of push themselves a little bit. That's what they did when Augeri and Deen Castronovo were both in the band. Deen, I hope everything's cool with you, brother. I hope you're getting better. I know he went through a lot with his whole domestic abuse issues and all that, and substance abuse, and you know, I hope both of those guys are doing well. They should probably hook up and do a tour or something, because I think it would be cool. Maybe they could get like Greg Raleigh. They could probably put together a band of old Journey guys. Who's the dude that replaced Ross Valerie on bass in '86? They grab him. Is that Randy Jackson? I think it was Randy Jackson. So, I mean, they've got a band. They've got a band. I think they might need a keyboard player. Well, no, they got Greg Raleigh. Just forget about that. But just, you know, but if you guys do it, just give me some credit. Give me some marketing credit, and I will do the promoting for you. But Augeri is an important guy. He's an important guy in the band's history, and it would have been cool, I think, if during the Hall of Fame, a little bit more than just a shout out, maybe come up on stage after the fact, and kind of like the Stanley Cup when hockey teams win the cup and they pass it around. I mean, anybody who was involved in that band should have gotten to kind of like kiss the cup, you know what I mean? It would have been one of those moments where it just would have been cool, because there were so many people involved with that group, and the management and all the different musicians. And I was thinking of Steve Augeri because I really liked his era. And here's this is going to cause some heavy criticism or debate or smackdown on me. But Steve Augeri has the correct phrasing in these songs when he sings them. Arnel Pineda does not. And I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with talent level. It's just an American singer versus a Filipino singer. And again, if it was an Italian singer, you'd have the same problem. If it was a a Lithuanian singer. It would, again, so what I like is Augeri kind of brought Steve Perry back to life to some degree. Arnel replaces the voice, but not necessarily the persona. I mean, they're two different characters. And Arnel is finding out now that it's tough to sing this stuff day in and day out. And Neil Sean's got to figure it out. Now, Steve Augeri, he's in no condition to come back. He can sing these songs, but just barely, like razor thin. And if you listen, you're probably going to say to yourself, ooh, what's he doing? He's going to kill it. And he almost kills every song he sings, at least the Journey songs. But he does it with heart, and I think he's out there on the road. He wants to make some money, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. He was an important part of that band, and his voice is getting stronger as time has gone on, but he's also aging, and this is, again, the art of aging and having the higher voice, so it's tough. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Steve Augeri and Deen Castronovo. Deen, I think you were the most exciting drummer the band ever had, and your rendition of Mother, Father is still the best I've ever heard other than Steve Perry. I wish you well, brother. I hope you've made a full recovery back. And again, if you guys want to go out and tour as like maybe you can go out as the Storm. All right, get Kevin Chalfant back in it and do a Storm tour and sing some Journey songs. But if you do, please, I just want a small cut of the proceeds. That's all I want, just a little bit, since it was my idea. All right? My name is Dave, and this is the Real Music Observer, and we'll observe real music again real soon.